people and don't look at this as a black or white thing, because it's really not. This is a foreigner working with the state to run a psyop on the American people thing. So look at it like that. Look at it as you're a victim of this, based on the fact that, you know, the mother's not reacting the way a real mother would react. Let's just say it like that, for lack of a better term.
So Planet of Faith. So why do you think they basically? What's the motive behind this? What do you think? Reason why they going through is think the links to plan a murder to
I'll let you know.
to stage all this. What
Yeah,
is the motive? I mean, what are they getting out of this?
all right, I'll let you know. I was trying to let Jess know this before, you know, him and Daryl got into it. Like I was telling you, Zach is the beneficiary. And the beneficiary is basically, it's like a trust. I don't know if you know what a trust is, but there's a grantor, that's the one that creates the trust. Then there's a trustee, and there's a beneficiary. The grantor creates the trust, and the trust is just some duties, commands, or requests made by the grantor. The requests are going to benefit the beneficiary. The trustee is the one that the grantor assigns that right to make sure what he wants accomplished gets accomplished. So that's what the trustee is basically in charge of. In this case, the grantor was basically the state. Let's just say the state roughly. It's deeper than that, foreign banks, but we're going to just stop at the state. The state is the grantor, which gave them the permission to do all this. The trustee was Kenneka as a character. They're entrusting Kenneka's fake death to basically get attention to that area, which I call Chicago, because based on the crime rate and based on the mayor's relationship with foreign powers, they want to make that ground zero for martial law. They want to bring attention to that area. What other area could they use with such a high crime rate that people will believe the most unbelievable murder? Basically, they didn't want to use Chirac, though. So they used the next best thing, Rosemont, known for doing fire drills, known for holding dinner detectives, and just known for being corrupt, you understand? But it was good for it to be there, because at the end of the day, they didn't want the UN just to touch down in Chirac. When you carrying out war, you don't plant your base in the war zone. You plant it around there. So that's why Rosemont was chosen, because it's close enough to be to Chicago based on riots that they assumed was going to occur, but thanks to the Kennekavelians and others, it didn't. They was basing that on civil unrest in Rosemont to set up UN whatever against it based on the outrage from the Kenneka, because it's ridiculous. It didn't go down like that, so they couldn't just put the UN there. They didn't get much support. But based on the UN being there, they had their little way to Chicago in case they wanted to run something else fake after that, where basically that area would have to be under martial law. But that's all they're trying to get, civil unrest for martial law. That's the end game for all lies, fake school shootings, or whatever. But let's get back to Kenneka's the trustee to make sure what they're about to do goes down. And all they wanted to do was bring attention to Zach. Zach had this freaking dream of making Chicago the mecca of hip-hop and making it bigger than New York. They wanted to help him do this because I believe he was a foreign agent, just basically here to do what Vlad's doing. Take hip-hop or whatever he could get from the American people, which is your sons, which is your daughters. That's not going to get any dime off of Vlad's videos. That's not going to get no dime off of Zach's videos. And he did that. He basically monopolized getting all the gang information. He got all the gangs from all the ops except his block's ops. Based on interviews we've seen and things that he don't see, things that we didn't see, he basically got probably $1 billion catalog. What makes your money expand and basically triple quicker than anything in entertainment? Death. He wanted to be the Machiavelli of directing and production while doing his foreign assignment, because the UN, they need to know all about those gangs. So they send in reporters. Y'all might not know this, but that's how they killed Bob Marley Jr. They couldn't get to him, so what they did was they sent a reporter. That reporter was trained to kill somebody, but they couldn't kill him because, you know, he had good like security. So what the CIA agent playing a reporter did was put cancerous needles inside a pair of Converse. And in those Converse, they sold it into the sneaker, and he basically brought those Converse all the way from the United States, just going to do an innocent interview with Bob Marley Jr. You know, gave him some Converse. Bob Marley Jr. put on the sneakers. Don't you know he died probably 6 months later? basically, he probably died less time than that. I'm just paraphrasing. But I'm showing you how foreign governments, with the permission of traders and ours, allow operatives to come in as reporters and things like that. Zach was a reporter. Don't you notice he always traveled globally, no problem? He Mexico here, he's in Europe here, he's in Switzerland here. All right. He already admitted that basically he was German, his father was from Zimbabwe. He said his mother's African American, but there's Africans and Americans planted all over the world due to the military. So it's possible she could have been on assignment when she had Zach. But I know Zach basically wasn't born here, and he relates to being not American. But he's the beneficiary because the attention was brought to Kenneka. He has exclusive rights to not only Kenneka's interviews, he also claimed he got to interview the manager. He was about to interview the security. He claims he got interviews with all the friends. He already allegedly showed us peas and got an interview with Ty Rowland. This is my thing. You mean to tell me all those people chose to speak to this nobody, hip-hop, rap-making, dread, extension dreadhead wearing nobody? He was really nobody. He just did some interviews with Dirk, and Dirk blew up. He gets credit for that and other stuff. But he's basically nobody. So you mean to tell me they gonna do an interview with this hip-hop nobody before they explain to the mother what happened? Before they explain to, I guess, the sister what happened? You mean to tell me Monifa, Shamaya, Peas, all of them spoke to Zach before they spoke to the mother? But not only that, we already know the mother kissed Monifa at the funeral. If she kissed Monifa at the funeral, she obviously don't think she killed her daughter. Why haven't she cleared any of the friends yet? That's the first thing a mother would do if the friends weren't involved. And she knows the friends weren't involved because she don't got no questions for them. Zach had questions. And Zach said he wasn't going to release the interviews because, yes, it's for justice, but it's about business first. Based on that, he should have never took the case. You understand? Because if you ain't going to give the people what you got in order to get justice, then nobody should have to. And that's why I felt it wasn't real, because they're not doing what people that want justice would do. And I already told y'all, you can't lie for justice. Not one lie. You shouldn't have to.
So my question to you: so do you think Zach is dead, or do you think?
Zach's not dead. Zach was a foreign agent, and he basically he had to get pulled out the operation. But they're not going to just pull him out, because they could, before he came back here, he was in Vegas. Where did Pac fake his death at? In Vegas. Not saying that is evidence, but I'm just saying I know something. But also, his manager told him not to come back, allegedly, and he wanted to come back. The problem I got with Zach's death is this. We got two different videos from two different alleged places. It don't matter how the video was shot. We got YouTubers saying it was drones, whatever. We're not here to debate that. All we're here to debate is when that video started, both of them, and when those videos ended. If you look at both videos taken from different places, different people, different whatevers, they both start and end at the same place. That's damn near impossible. Because not only did they start and end at the same place, we ain't get no more video from nobody else, just like the Kenneka stuff. And that's going to be impossible with a party of 50 people, that we only got 5 videos, nobody took selfies and stuff like that. Little things like that I'm not going to accept, because I know people, I know parties, and people take selfies. They didn't take no selfies and no one else took videos. I'm not buying that. But think about it. The same people that took that video from up above would have came downstairs and got a close-up shot based on the fact crime scenes don't disappear in 10 minutes. They probably take 4 to 5 hours. So the fact that nobody else had cameras that could get the crime scene, it tells me that the police already had that area squared off before any accident happened, not letting anybody in there. So that tells me that it was already quarantined before shots or anything went off. But not only that, if y'all look at the cars and y'all track the plates, Straight Drop tried to clown me for doing a video with the plates of Illinois. But what he didn't fail to notice is I showed y'all charity plates. And if y'all looked at the cars that they use accidents for, you're going to see those plates resemble charity plates. Why would Zach be in a Jeep that looks salvaged with charity plates? And why would that car in the street that looked like it took a hit from the front and the back have charity plates on it? Easy. Those were salvage cars, charity plates on it, thinking nobody was going to do no research, and it was a made-up crime scene. Too many things I'm not accepting, and that's basically it. Think about it. If y'all look at those pictures that they gave us or that video, you're not going to see no skid marks. You would have seen skid marks if they was driving and Zach nipped that pole. He wouldn't have stopped. That Jeep would have kept rolling. But not only that, the car in front of him would have had skid marks. It looked like he got hit in the back and in the front. There's no skid marks. That goes against physics. So that tells me the cars were planted. You don't have to plant cards when you got a real crime scene. And that's just common sense shit. That's why I don't believe Zach's dead, because you don't have to make up crime scenes when you really die. Just like Kenneka, you don't have to make up crime scenes when people die, but no crime scene tape. And just like J Money, he's supposed to have got shot in his house. Why didn't his girl go live during the crime scene? It takes 4 to 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. You mean to tell me Teresa, none of them went to the crime scene and went live? She did go live hours later with a dollar store frame, some candles and stuff like that. But you ain't getting none of the crime scene. He just got shot in his face. You go live probably 8 hours later, but no live from the crime scene and she was there. You can't buy that right there. It doesn't happen. Chicago Tribune is the #1 fake story initiator. And that's where all the sources are coming from. So I don't buy J Money's dead, I don't buy Zach's dead, and I don't buy T Street's dead. But we gotta chalk T Street's is dead because at the end of the day, Straight Drop said he killed Zach.
Okay, play the fakes. Okay, something I want to say now. So I know you were speaking of a grantor. So you think the grantor is from Germany?
You think, I think where is from Germany? I didn't hear the first.
When you said the grantor and the
Oh no,
trustee.
I'm not finishing. I don't think the grantor is from Germany. I think the grantor is just like George Soros. You know what I mean? Because George Soros gave Black Lives Matter 30 million. I believe this is a sect of Black Lives Matter based on the fact Black Lives Matter never got brought up for it, not interested in nothing like that. The only reason Black Lives Matter wouldn't be interested in this story, based on the popularity, based on everything, is if they're involved. They don't want to get implicated in it. So that's the only reason Black Lives Matter is not involved. So if you ask me who the grantor is, I would say George Soros. Basically, Kenneka was the trustee to make sure everybody get their attention on Chirac, make sure that Zach is the only one that get this footage, along with all the gang stuff, and along with anything else he may have got abroad. But now that he got that, they don't even need him here no more. What's going to make his collection cost more? He got the Kenneka movie coming. What's going to make that price double? The fact that now he got killed, the uncle got killed, and that's it. You know what I mean? So instead of making $1 million in sales, he'll probably make 10 million in sales due to the fact they'll hype it up like the director. A lot of people believed he got killed behind what's coming out in this movie and shake y'all all up. But at the end of the day, guess what? Foreigners are gonna get all that money from that movie, and Americans are not gonna get anything.
Okay.
That's why he's the beneficiary, because he owns the Kenneka movie. He got the Kenneka interviews. He got all of that. And he's gone. You understand? But he's gone with a good reason. He died in a drive-by. He had beef with his ops block. It's a good alibi. You understand? Just like J Money was posting money before he left. They said he didn't die because of Kenneka, but due to his lifestyle. Same thing with Zach. He didn't die because of Kenneka. He died because of his lifestyle. And if that's what y'all gonna say when men stand up for y'all, I'm letting y'all know y'all making it really hard for men to stand up for y'all. Because if we die, y'all just gonna tell us it's part of our lifestyle. And that's, you see how little stuff like that is sending out subliminal messages? But not only that, I want to address what Jess King said and what other YouTubers have said. Other YouTubers have said, just like what Jess King tried to say when I called him flip-flopping out the two bodies thing. He said there was a body in the freezer and the dead master one in the gurney. Me, Tiff, him, and Straight Drop all agreed to that. I asked him, based on that, would it be a crime if somebody misidentified the body? All he had to say, yes, no perspective of what we looking at. But he looked at the perspective that the mother was going along with witness protection. No problem, I could float that. If the mother was going along with witness protection, why would witness protection attempt to implicate the whole family? Because guess what? If you can't get Kenneka, now we see a sister, now we see a cousin, now we see a niece. So you mean to tell me they'll put her in witness protection, use the whole family and all the friends and that hotel, all the hotel guests to hide Kenneka in witness protection? That don't make no sense, because now they could get the mother, now they could get the cousin, now they could get all these people they never knew about. You understand? So that's why that don't make no sense. But it also wouldn't make no sense to put her in witness protection and then turn around and ask the people to protest. You see how that's a backstab? I can't ask you to protest for my dead daughter to hide the fact she's in witness protection when people get locked up for that, when OT head could have got killed for that. You understand why witness protection, it can't fit your narrative because y'all turn around later and say people got murdered. Like he got a video saying, why did Irene and Monifa kill Kanika? How can he say that when he just flip-flopped on here and said the mother stayed quiet to the fact that that's not Kanika on the gurney because she's in witness protection? He can't do that. You understand? So that's the problem I have with people monetized that already started out with murder was the case that they gave me. And despite whatever they see, it stays there. But we could get into the straight drop. I got the video here. He basically asked me to prove that Zach was German. But not only that, we got pictures of Kanika in her motherland. But they're going to try to tell us this is Chicago in 2010. If it's Chicago in 2010, any chat that's watching, just put it in the chat that is Chicago. And that's how, I guess, broke they were in 2010.
What's up?
Okay, Planet of FB. Okay, I got a question. Some of the people in the chat want to know. First off, they said they couldn't hear you playing your video. Okay, second of all, they want to know about T Street. So is T Street really, is he really dead or was it a setup or?
Basically, I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna say the same thing with T Streets. And no disrespect to, the family if this is the case, but I'm just going based on the pattern. And I already named what the pattern was. Nobody gets the crime scene. Even though they sent us a crime scene allegedly, there was no other videos of no crime that took place. It was no, we really didn't get to see nothing of nothing. All we had to do was go by a Chicago Tribune article after we already saw that man in the police station basically doing things nobody would do, even if their life was put in danger. Like when the cop was like, go ask this person and that person about me. Nobody in their right mind to be in a police station telling cops they know this person or that person. So based on that and no crime scene evidence, and the motive is that basically T Streets was nice in rap. Rap is doing better everywhere in the world except here. So he has a little motive to disappear with Zach abroad. Because nobody's looking for Zach in Africa or Europe or anything like that. And it'd be no problem for Zach to do what he's doing and other stuff behind the scenes and get paid and T Streets to get paid. So yeah, I believe basically Zach and T Streets are together. Because I want y'all to think about this. The mother knew that T Streets had nothing to do with Zach's death, you understand? But not only that post that she made was just an indirect post. And when I saw it, I didn't think of T Streets. I just thought of anybody that Zach could have helped. But as it went on, people fell for the bait, took it as T Streets, said T Streets did this, T Streets did that. They took the bait of the psyop because they needed to write T Streets out the script. So this is why it was so easy to write him out the script based on the fact that YouTubers took the bait, which they've been doing, took the bait, what the mother said, T Streets was supposed to be there, it looking fishy, plus he left the scene, it all looked fishy. Nobody in their right mind was going to get the scene felon or not felon. You got to be innocent, because if you leave the scene as a felon, you already guilty. You already guilty, especially if it was an accident. That's an accident considered. So you left an accident, they didn't print no cars, they didn't run no plates. Come on, they don't got no suspects. We not that dumb people. They never printed the car. They never dusted it for prints. Think about that. Everybody touched that car. They didn't dust those for prints and put on suspects the next day. He worked with Rahm Emanuel and Willie Wilson, future mayor candidates. They don't shove people like that right under the, they don't sweep that right up under the rug, y'all. They would have had a big funeral for Zach if he was really dead based on his gun buybacks with Rahm, based on him campaigning with Willie Wilson. Don't you know they would have gave him a city funeral if he was really dead, not some funeral with a glass casket, motorcycle-driven casket, and a barbecue. Come on now, I'm not accepting that.
Okay, another question for the FB. Okay, this whole situation with the Kimberly Wiles that's going on. Okay, in one of the groups I seen, she said, "Why would I take 500 when I got paid $5,000?" And threatened not to talk, I guess, or what, how the situation go. So you mean tell me all of them got paid $5,000 like income tax money?
You know why I wouldn't believe in a Kimberly or anything like that? Based on this psyop, Shamaya's paid, Brianna's paid, Monique is paid, Leonora's paid. They all paid. They not they paid but they not allowed to show their true worth. So for somebody that we never see, that we can't confirm even was anywhere or anything like that, got 5,000 simply because they say so, I wouldn't go with it. We got to go with the facts that we already know. We could come to the conclusion that body did defrost in 4 hours. We could come to the conclusion that rigor mortis would have set in, and we could come to the conclusion that it's not the same body on the gurney. Based on that being said, anybody that claims they was at that party that's not coming out and telling the truth about fake Kennekaveli being there, they're not telling you the truth at all. Because think about it, where was they September 22nd when I exposed that wasn't Kennekaveli in the party? And we all know that's a slim girl and a fat girl. And not, I don't even mean fat like that, but a bigger girl. So the fact that we got people like Jess King doing interviews with and all these other people, and they can't tell you for a fact that it was more than 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 Kennekas in there, all they doing is running a scam on you. Because anybody with 2 eyes knows there's multiple Kennekas in there. And the reason that they giving you, it ain't good enough, because they should have been the first ones telling them that, not Planet of the Fakes with a computer voice. And that goes for Monifa and all of them. This is how you know they're not credible, and it's all a psyop. Because there's no way in the world they would still be staying quiet knowing people blaming them for a murder when the mother's not blaming them, and she basically would have cleared them already. Because she already said nothing happened to her baby, and she also said that she trusted the 2 guys that Zach did the interview with. So that's enough right there to clear the friends. Why she never cleared the friends? Aren't their lives in a lot of danger? It would be if they was in America. They're not in America. I believe that Brianna Cotton fight and Irene fight was fake. I believe that was like a block party barbecue fake fight, as well as other stuff that's going to be happening. Just because this is America, we run up on people too quickly, and not only that, people outside of Chicago would know some of them. You understand? Why did Azaria Dior have to come out of nowhere like Shemaya's a friend? We supposed to have people in Florida that know Shemaya due to the fact that they may know her cousin, or people that know Bree due to the fact that they were born here. But due to the fact they not born here, we don't know none of them. It's just like Obama. Nobody knows Obama from growing up with him and sharing a chicken wing on the top of the bench with him. We don't know him from that. He got a foreign birth. What, Hawaii and all this other stuff. But nobody wants to look into where Kenneka and them was born, because we just simply assume they one of us. We never heard them act like one of us or nothing like that. But I got the video right here. I got some foreign pictures of them in their motherland country. A lot of people don't like these pictures. A lot of people don't like any truth, but we still got to give it to them.
Okay, Planet of Fakes. You had first of all, I want to say this about whoever body is in the freezer. And as I was observing the pictures, when people die, they get dark and turn. I guess I want to say blue, purple, whatever the case might be. And that body, didn't look like it was dead for a couple of days or what. Or what it didn't.
It didn't, no problem. I can agree with that.
It didn't. I mean, as I, sit up and realize and go back and look over the stuff. I don't know.
It would have been pale, but this is my thing. They said the body was fully solid. You know it takes a turkey more than 4 hours to defrost. So there's no way that Teresa would have seen that body in 4 hours. They would have called her back the next day, if that. You understand? But they probably wouldn't have. Because if that body was really frozen, it would have got taken over to the medical examiner, and nobody would have saw that for 2 weeks, 3 weeks due to it defrosting. But due to the fact that they wanted this psyop to go on during the 9/11 just to have that subliminal impression on people, they rushed the body allegedly and they defrosted in 4 hours, which would be cool. We'll accept that, but it's not gonna turn dark like that in the kitchen and be flat. It's gonna have rigor mortis, and that's a fact. It's not gonna defrost in that time, and it wouldn't be laid out straight like that. And that's my only thing. And we all agree that they wasn't the same body, and that's the body that was in the casket. And that's why she didn't look at it and didn't really care. But I'm just going off common sense. And Jess even said she would do that due to witness protection. And the point I was making with witness protection is this: if we silly enough to believe that this state is fake killing us in order to protect us, then that's it. We all might as well just lay our lives down thinking we going to witness protection. How do you think that make people or young people? They're gonna picture right here. If y'all think this is America,
this look like Chicago to y'all?
I don't believe that's America, but anyway. That's the point I'm making. If we don't let them get to the point where they can fake our deaths and say we in witness protection and we never see ourselves again, we might as well kiss our black asses goodbye. We'll all be going on witness protection if that's the case. But not only that, it also encourages a new generation of tattletelling. Because now you're going to have females that want to go to witness protection like Keneka. So that's why it's not good to sit there and make up these lies based on the fact that you don't want to accept the fact that you don't got nothing real to prove that something really happened. You know, and that's it. I'm not going to blame the mother for murdering Keneka, but I will blame her for lying to prove that she's not dead.
Okay, Planet of Face. Another thing I want to ask you: do you have the video available that you played about like when the police came out?
With the audio, I got it. I got to look through thousands of Kenneka files. I got it. It may even be on my channel. If I go through my channel, I've been uploading re-uploads. And basically, you're going to see one with them in the kitchen. And it may be that one, but it's going to be like a kitchen icon. And it's just may look like, you know, the cop and the manager on the thumbnail. And if you go to that one, all you're going to see is just the video. And I just added the police call myself. You know what I mean? I just added the police call myself. That's what made the video a little bit more real and stuff like that. But it wasn't from the camera at all. And we can make a new video the same way.
No, the video I'm talking about is like when the cops coming out the maybe the kitchen or the conference room, and Teresa came out and it looked like
came out running. My favorite video of all time.
No, not the running, not the one that was running. The one I guess before, after that looked like they was high fiving each other, laughing.
Shout out to Duke Murdoch. That's not my. I made that video. I don't know where it is. I got 2 Kenneka channels. One called All About Kenneka, Planet of FB's Kenneka Jenkins. I had to put that on private due to some flags, but I got this new one out, and that video was on the one that I put on private with Duke Murdoch and the cop smiling. But no one in their right mind would smile at the cop after losing their daughter, turn around and say, "Them bastards wouldn't let me see my daughter," when we get her doing a run before she even found her daughter. So that's why I say little things like that, no one would do that. And then she came out and basically said protest because they treated her bad. Who would withhold their daughter's phone if you wanted to find out what happened to her? But not only that, nobody finds it strange that Kenneka hasn't posted to social media since July. Right around the time I got her with somebody that looked like she's leaving the country. You know what I mean? So that's the point that I just wanted to make, is that we ignore the stuff that basically don't make sense in order just to follow the mainstream media. And that's the same mainstream media killing us every day, telling us things like Trayvon Martin was justified. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't even believe in that. But I just use it as an example. Y'all want me to play this video or not?
Yes, go ahead and play it. Yes.
This is just straight up telling me he didn't want no beef, just answer the question. I respect that.
Y'all want me out of the way, but every day y'all doing videos on me. You see? That's what I'm not understanding. You know what I mean? I'm not understanding that at all. Alright, playing the fakes. I ask you, man to man. I don't want no problems, bro. I don't want no smoke. No smoke, bro. No smoke, playing the fakes. But if you don't believe in the Kenneka, bro, just like Tiffany said, bro, if you don't believe in fake titties, you don't keep talking about it. If you don't believe in fake Jordans, you go buy some real ones. You see what I'm saying? You don't keep talking about the fake ones.
Alright, so based on that, don't keep talking. I already explained
that. Alright.
And he ate her.
Same thing. Only thing you do is rebuttal other people's work, bro. Where is your research, my nigga?
Let me show him some research. But not only that, we already agreed that.
Wasn't it? Planet of Fake. They can't hear.
Oh, they can't hear it? I figured that over the Google Hangout. They heard it before when I played it. So let me see if I could play it the way they heard it before. But this video right here is him laying in his bed saying Planet of the Fakes, Kate 420, and Grey Hughes are all the police. We are all the police. He just asked me to post that video. I put it in the chat just in case y'all couldn't hear it. I'll put it back in the chat. But here go the link right here of him calling me a cop. He asked me to bring that receipt up. Here go that receipt. What other receipt do Straight Drop want from me? I already said I started off the striking. I can't take that back. He called me a cop for it. I accepted his apology for that. Accept my apology for striking you. I don't got no more to say about you. That's it. Let it go.
They say play it.
All right.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt you.
That was it.
They say play it from your phone so they can hear.
Oh, all right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off the my headset and play it from the speaker. I'll do that. I'll do that. Let me see how it plays.
Yeah, you can just play the audio. They ain't got to see cause they know what straight look like. They can just play the audio.
What's up? You know what I mean? How do y'all want me out of the way, but every day y'all doing videos on me? You see? That's what I'm not understanding. You know what I mean? I'm not understanding that at all. Alright. Playing the fake. I don't want no problems, bro. I don't want no smoke. No smoke, bro. No smoke in the face. But if you don't believe in Kenneka, bro, just like Tiffany said, bro, if you don't believe in fake titties, you don't keep talking about it. If you don't believe in fake Jordans, you go buy some real ones. You see what I'm saying?
But you go ask the next question while I get this phone thing.
See, don't keep talking.
Oh, here we go. All right, so here I'm gonna play it. The one that I got.
And Tiffany or Stephanie ate her, and tell y'all that same thing. If you don't believe that Kenneka died,
Bluetooth connected.
You don't keep talking about it 10 months later, dummies.
That's on you, bro. Alright?
If you don't believe what mainstream media said, that's on you and Stephanie ate her, bro.
And I take that back. I was upset.
Same thing. Only thing you do is rebuttal other people's work, bro. Where is your research, my nigga?
Let me show him some research.
All right. Right, it looked like it was a little problem. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here playing it.
Yeah, it was damn near crashing the program. So I'm gonna just play the audio. Hopefully it came back. But here we go.
Me see here while you waiting it. Do anybody in the
Discontinue.
yeah.
Discontinue.
Who's she calling me?
Hear me.
Yes, I can. Hear
Okay,
you.
I can hear you.
I can hear you as
I'm
well.
like, dang, it's cooking. He like, hello. All right, Planet of Faith. If you can't get that to your
All right.
phone,
See if I got a ball to pick with you.
what ball you got to for me? Because I'm about to burn up my potato. You let this man.
And y'all still got me live, but I don't know. I can't. I'm about to wait for the chat. Oh, all right. That's what's up. I see y'all in there. If y'all see me, then hold it down. Let me put that 6 hour live on private.
Died accidentally. You don't keep talking about.
Oh, they go to video, y'all.
That's on you, bro. Alright?
If you don't believe what the mainstream media said, that's on you and Stiff.
That's me. Sister into this.
You're doing the same thing. Only thing you do is rebuttal other people. Where is your research?
Let me show him some research.
Let's rewind. Now, I don't know if y'all heard that. That's him saying that me, Kate 420, and Gray Hughes are all the police. I don't know why he acting like he ain't say it. I got the dude on video, but it's the same guy that created an Ice Cooper clip and let it be out there for months and months, despite the fact everybody and their mother debunked it. He don't care though. He living in delusion and getting paid for it. And that's it. You could hear me, right, chat? Y'all saw what it was. Y'all saw what it was. It's not no big secret. And that's that. Watching, what up? I can't get this freaking chat up. Like, where's this fucking chat? Nah, comments came up. So all y'all here, it says 13 watching. I can't even tell. Say something in the chat. I see Cherry. Is that Cherry Last? I can't even scroll.
Probably a lot of people questions.
Oh, so y'all can hear me?
You know.
Hey, Splendid.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm plugging
I was just saying, Miss Anointed said she had to run out to Bible study, but if you want to keep teaching that good lesson, I'll be right back. All right?
Oh, all right. At the end of the day, I don't know. I can't really read the chat. It looked like it messed up, but this is my thing. People that believed it was a murder, y'all had 10 months. Y'all had 10 months to get all the facts together, since y'all all believe what happened the same way. Y'all haven't done that, and that's a reason. It should be a reason, and based on what we all see and how we all perceive it, we're all going to come to different conclusions. And that was basically the basis of what they were doing. They knew what we didn't see, we would create in our mind, and based on that creation in our mind, none of us would ever have the same basic ending or result from what we saw, because nothing occurred. Don't you notice we couldn't see her go into the freezer? We never could see her face. We couldn't, what else that was strange that we couldn't see her entering the hotel? Don't you notice everybody gets seen in the parking lot entering the hotel except alleged Kenneka? Don't you notice they take the dark path up that, instead of going up the ramp where we'll be able to see the fake Kenneka's face, they decide to take the dark way? So that little thing right there should give you a hint. The person walking in the hotel is totally down with what's going on as far as hiding her face. So that couldn't be Kenneka, because if Kenneka was going there and being set up, she wouldn't have took that dark way up. She would have stopped and be like, what the fuck y'all going up that way for? The first thing young people want to do is be cute, be seen. They not going to enter that hotel through the dark way where everybody else enters the ramp way where we can see their face. Like, come on. That was because that wasn't Kenneka. She wasn't in that hotel. And y'all can all go back to her entering the hotel. Y'all going to see them strangely take the dark path. The reason they took the dark path is they didn't want y'all to see Kenneka's face. Don't y'all notice once the alleged Kenneka disappeared, they had no problem taking that ramp? None of them took that dark path again once Kenneka came in the hotel. But when Kenneka came in the hotel, they all decided to take the dark path. I think she wouldn't have said, I'm not walking that way. Fuck y'all going that dark way for? And this is why I say, y'all people ignore too much in order to go with the mainstream media. But it's okay. That's the same mainstream media that's going to trick y'all in FEMA camps. I'm going to be the one that's saying, hey, that story you going based on is fake. Y'all probably flag me off YouTube, end up in FEMA camps. That's your choice.
Hey, plain FX. I don't mean to interrupt you. I had a question before I get up out of here. Some of the people want to know about Kenneka school records, and also what do the real Kenneka look like? I mean, we got so many that's portraying Kenneka.
Yeah.
What do Kenneka look like?
This is how I do my Kenneka test. I don't count any Kennekas that's not with a family member. If it's not with a family member, I'm not going to count it as a true Kenneka just based on the fact that once we get a family member with a girl that look like Kenneka, we know two things. A, either the family is definitely sharing fake Kennekas and fooling us with fake Kennekas, or two, that's the real Kenneka. But the fact is that we saw the family with fake Kennekas. In the Christiana video, Quetta was there, didn't talk to the fake Kenneka, which was her cousin at that time. So we already know Quetta is around fake Kennekas. But not only that, I count the number of family members. Like the strongest Kenneka that we could take would be around the whole family. And that would be the mother, the sister, the niece, the nephews, the aunts, and the uncles. And we got that pictures, and based on that picture, we call that the real Kennekaveli. But you can't just take pictures of Kenneka with her friends as a real Kenneka. We already know that they walked in a hotel with a fake Kenneka. So the friends with Kenneka isn't credible by itself. I would only try to match the Kenneka I see with the mother, the brother, the sister, maybe some aunts or two, because now you got 8 people that have to be in agreement that we gon' pretend this girl is Kenneka. And I just don't see the whole family doing that with little kids. And I shared the video with some little kids that was with TT at the protest, and they was all saying, we want the tapes, we want the real tapes. And then at the end, they all looked at the little kid, and the little kid said, hey, and we know the real Kenneka. No one would say we know the real Kenneka unless they was playing with a fake Kenneka. And my Kennekavelians know I showed that video. So that's basically, the gist of it. And these questions are just common sense things, knowing people, knowing behavior. I don't need to look at 36-hour footage to see Monifa's live in that 11:36 and the mother on the news talking about they left the house at 11:30. I don't need 36-hour footage for that. I don't need to speak to Monifa for that. I don't need to speak to nobody because it's a lie right in our face. And the reason y'all won't accept it is because they've been conditioning us to be in a victim status, to be in a submissive status, to be in an oppressed status. Because think about it, the only one that could basically help the people that think this is real is the state. So when y'all praying to God to get justice, you really praying to the state to grant y'all something, because the state is the one that's going to say, oh, we're going to lock up innocent people for this or whatever. So that's why I'm like, all this stuff is subliminal, because it shows people are more under a trance of statism than common sensism. But they have that right.
So, do you think Teresa and them still in Chicago?
Nah, I don't believe they live in Chicago. I think Kenny comes through every now and then to take a couple of selfies, do a couple of short videos to throw us off, feed the homeless to throw us off. But I believe they been left, because just like this footage wasn't from 2017, they knew if they did that actual psyop on 2017 and that was the party, which it wasn't, they know people would have flooded that hotel, ran into employees that either took part or really worked there. I don't think none of those people in that footage we saw really worked there. So that video was probably done in 2016 because they wanted to clear out anybody that possibly would have had any clue of what was going on there, because they didn't want us going there the next day smacking up security, smacking up the Spanish lady in the kitchen, smacking up the dude in the vacuum. So they did it 2 months ahead, maybe even in 2015. You understand what I'm saying? We got to take into consideration they wasn't singing no songs from 2017, period. There's no party in the world going on like that with young people. They would have been singing the newest, whatever, blase blah. Even if they ain't know it, they would have played it. You know what I mean? Look at them now. You can't stop them from playing Dirk. That Dirk song, See You at the Crossroads. Why they wasn't playing no 2017 songs in that party? Why they all knew that 2016 song like it was still being played every day? These are things we can't look past, people. And as long as you do that, you're never going to come to the conclusion I came to.
So, Planet of Face, do you think any funny business going on at the Crown Plaza in Rosemont?
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear the beginning.
I said, do you think any funny business going on
Yeah.
in the Crown Plaza in
Yeah.
Rosemont
Yeah,
besides the
It
Kanika?
is. Yeah, it is. The only funny business that's going on is this. Everybody think that hotel has something to lose by faking a death in it. It doesn't have nothing to lose by faking a death in it. It actually has a lot to gain. One is basically what they was trying to do was cause new legislation where people have to get new devices on freezers and stuff like that. That lost energy and power, so they didn't really get the law passed. But what it did was it hurt the hotel industry based on it, being deaf, covered up, whatever. It spooks people out. So it hurts the hotel industry. But what helped Crown Plaza was they did this with the state. Based on doing this operation with the state, no matter what the reputation is or how bad it does in business, the state is going to grant it money for this. Not only will the state grant it money for this, its competition is going to lose money because they're not going to get no money from the government based on the fact they're not selling rooms. But Crown Plaza will, because they're getting a grant, because they're letting them run a drill there. Not only are they letting them run a drill there, but they run dinner detective murder mysteries there. So it's nothing for them to say, hey, this murder mystery we did to give Kenneka Jenkins a going away party back to her country, we're going to use it as the real thing. The only thing is we're going to need y'all to play Kenneka because we don't want her to get recognized when she go back to her country. So we gonna need like 3 or 4 of y'all to play her. And it's not gonna be hard because they do drills all the time. I did a video showing them using like 200-300 people for drills with the fire department, with police and everything. And this one was at a casino, I believe. It wasn't at nothing like that, but it was at a casino. They had people faking death. They had the news out there, fire department codes, everything. So it's not far-fetched for them to be pulling drills and then to pass it off to the news as a real story despite it not being. And that's why I say Crown Plaza is fishy. Yeah, because think about it. If the mother basically let them put a body on the gurney that wasn't Kenneka, that means she's working with the police. We already agreed that the police is working with the hotel, so we know that Therese is working with the hotel. I asked Straight Drop on his show, if we know that there was more Kenneka used than one, why wouldn't the mother come out and say something? He said because she had a gag order, which is no problem. But she didn't have a gag order September 10th, September 11th, September 12th, September 13th, when she did the press conference on September 15th. She didn't go to court till October. So she had all that time in between to speak and let people know what happened to her daughter since she's asking us to help her. The fact that they're not helping us help them should tell y'all that it's not official. And if y'all think her life being threatened is enough reason for her not to talk, guess what? Putting our life in danger is enough for us not to protest. Why y'all can't understand that? You understand? And if our women will ever basically stay quiet because their lives are threatened at the cost of our lives, is no sense of being your mans. Because at the end of the day, once we get killed off, they could put a gag order on y'all and y'all ain't gonna say nothing. So that's what I'm trying to get in y'all heads. Don't let these people have you look at each other as failures based on an experiment they ran on us. That's all I want y'all to keep in mind. And y'all not failures for thinking she dead, but I damn sure ain't no failure for thinking she's alive. And that's it. Anything else?
Okay, Planet. Another question that the chat has for you was just a minute. The next question that the chat has for you: why do you think that they released the photos after they closed the case?
All right, the reason they released those photos would be basically proof that she died when we obviously can see that those aren't dead people in that pictures. This is the thing that I use as proof she's not dead. Don't you notice no one ever requested, nor are the post-mortem medical examiner pictures at the website when that is considered evidence? We were supposed to see pictures of the body basically already cut open and getting its autopsy based on it being a crime. You know what I mean? And that would be the official pictures of the body of who they claim was there. They wasn't gonna give us that because they ain't never cut nobody open to do no autopsy, so they can't give us the real pictures of the bodies on the table. And it's not the first, it wouldn't be the first time they released those actually have to be released with lawsuits, but you're never gonna find those in no court because they don't exist. They took no picture of no body on the table. And also, I want y'all to take this into consideration. The fact that they don't have the Todd Rowland videos or Monifa videos or Kalo Anderson videos or anybody else that took party videos at the website shows that those videos aren't evidence. Based on them not being evidence, they're not even supposed to be in the reports. So the fact they got videos in the reports that have not been logged for official use, nor did they take it off Todd Rowland's phone, it tells you that it's not a case. Because they would have took all those videos off the phones that they got them from, and it would have been on the site just like everything else. It's considered evidence. See, a lot of things people just look past, like police reports. You're never going to get a police narrative. Narrative goes with stories. They don't talk about stories in police precincts. They give you basically a statement of facts, affidavit, a probable cause, and police reports. You're not going to get anything that ever say narratives. And also, that's not a government site. Rosemont.com is not a government site. If y'all really believe a government site ends with .com, I feel sorry for y'all.
Yes, because it'll be a gov, right?
Yeah, it has to be a
Okay.
gov. But you know,
Planet.
people ignore all of this to go with mainstream media. This is why at the end of the day, I know they don't respect me because I don't. And I also know what time, the live was over. They don't know this, but I'm wrong because I don't think TT's a murderer. I'll accept that. I don't think they're murderers.
What do you Gray Hughes?
You said, huh?
I said, what do you think of Gray Hughes?
Basically, Gray Hughes, they already came off and told us. You heard Jess, was it Jess that told us? Somebody just came on a panel and said, no, I think whoever it was, they said, no, I was World News, as a matter of fact. World News basically said he was in those Kanika groups and it was only two admins. One admin was Zach TV, the other admin was Gray Hughes. Now, why would Gray Hughes and Zach be admins of this? Now, let's look at who Zach is and let's look at who Gray Hughes is. Gray Hughes is the #1 accidental death YouTuber. He's been the #1 YouTuber writing that a girl died, despite the fact that we wouldn't fault him for not being able to recognize there's 10 and 11 different girls playing Kanika based on the fact that he may have grown up around women that don't have Kanika features. So based on that, he may not be able to differentiate 3 and 4 different girls, just like I wouldn't be able to probably differentiate 2 or 3 different Europeans that looked alike. You understand? So I would never not take his word for it if he grew up around Europeans. Like, he shouldn't take our word for it that there's fake Kanikas in there. So that's the problem I got with Gray Hughes, is that he can't even recognize Kanika if she stood over him. So he has no credibility at all as far as Kanika's concerned. The problem I have with Zach is this. Zach is the one that came in and told us that he spoke to 2 people in the party. They told him about organs. They told him about the hotel trafficking bodies, sex trafficking, and all this other stuff. So think about it. The guy with the interviews, the guy that basically got the movie, is the guy that sold us organ trafficking, Illuminati, Bilderberg, and all this other stupid stuff that had us each going in different directions. So guess that's what I think of Gray Hughes and Zach TV and their fake Kanika groups. Think about it. You got nowhere in 10 months with him. And Straight Drop is saying himself, before he admit that she's alive, he'll say that she accidentally walked in that freezer. So it's obviously Gray Hughes befriending him and all that other stuff. It rubbed off to the point where he's ready to say it's an accidental death. And he can't even tell y'all what time the party ended. So I'm just saying back because, I'm the king of Kanika. He's the king of shadows, glitches, and reflections. Gray Hughes is the king of accidental death YouTubers. Whatever Jess been doing, he's been under the radar, too busy setting up interviews that people don't believe is true. And you know, they all got that right. Look at Chosen. You understand? None of them could tell y'all what time Monifa Live ended. Because they definitely wouldn't be telling you that was Kanika at the party, if they could. And that's what y'all need to realize. Y'all following people that couldn't tell y'all and show y'all for a fact what time Monifa Live ended. I brought up the YouTube video. It had about 16 subscribers, 2 videos, one being the Monifa timestamp.
Okay.
They don't accept that. I understand. Y'all don't gotta accept that. Have nightmares tonight.
Predator Fakes.
Yes.
So what about the protests and the freedom fighters?
Yeah, we know that was already rehearsed. And I'm glad you asked that. These are great questions. And you know, J4K is they're not gonna be able to answer this because you know they're in the psyop thinking it was a murder. But let me explain to you what the freedom fighters, and not only them, but there's others that's involved. Butt Packs is involved. Martin G was at Rosemont. Vera was at J Money's funeral and knew J Money before all of this happened because she was basically, you know, speaking with him on a Butt Packs Live. But not the reason they inserted...
Wait, I got a question real fast. Wasn't you the one who proved that Butt Packs Loso video wasn't filmed when they said it was?
All right, the thing with the Loso video is this. When I spoke to the guy in the video, he basically told me when the video was uploaded is the day that it happened. But we all know that Butt Packs could have did that video whenever, backdated it, or whatever the case may be. The only thing that we could take as a timestamp is the fact that when Loso died. And they telling me that Loso died in 2016, or if it's 2016, then we got to chalk it up as 2016. But if he died like in 2014 or whatever the case may be, it happened earlier than that. But Titus was basically telling us it happened whenever Butt Pack says so, and we got to chalk it up when he says so based on that. But he originally said it happened in like 2015 or 2014 because he was thinking about another video that his friends made of the Loso day. So he had confused it and said 2014, but it was actually another video, and he said whenever Butt Packs uploaded it. But that's not Kanika anyway. But that's not Kanika anyway.
You don't think so?
Yeah, nah, that's not Kanika. Kanika is taller than Shamaya. We just saw Shamaya in that fight. So based on us seeing Shamaya in that fight, we know she's tall and lanky. Kanika's taller than her. Any pictures that y'all look at them standing together, you're gonna see Kanika's taller than her. This is where you can see.
I got in trouble for making the video pointing that out.
Yeah, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get in trouble for that because they got so many Kanikas. That's Monifa's height and all these other people's height. That's proof that that's not Kanika. So that's the point that I was making, is that even walking in that hotel, remember coming down that first hall when they showed Kanika walking down in her face and she turned and looked to the left? That's not Kanika. You could clearly see that that girl is shorter than Shamaya. Kanika's shoulders are higher than Shamaya's. And that's, you know, I do common sense stuff like that all day. And then I did another video with the Monifa with the girl in the bathroom that was looking like Kanika. When you look at their shoulders, you're going to see they're about equal. They're not in real life. Kanika towers over Monifa. In any picture you see her, the real Kanika, she's going to be bending over down to kiss Monifa. But not only that, you're never going to catch a picture of Kanika standing straight because she was kind of self, you know, aware of her tallness. That's why you always see her and Shamaya bent, because they don't want to show how tall they are because they kind of they got self-esteem problems based on being tall. So that's why you never see them.
I have to say thank you for your donation, Miss M. I don't know if you want me to say your name, but thank you. I want to recognize you. Go ahead, Planet. I got in so much trouble with that video. It was ridiculous. I had to talk to YouTube, and they took that strike out because I'm like, what did I do wrong? All I did was show the different heights.
And now you know what I've been going through for 10 months on top of being called a cop, on top of being called Kate 420, and on top of going against the whole grain. Everybody saying that it was a death and a killing. So I was getting those automatically just because people thought I was disrespecting Kanika based on facts and common sense. And that's the furthest thing. I let y'all do what y'all did for 10 months now. Everybody's admitting that y'all all at different places. And none of my research has led to an Antonio Evans, a Fowler twins, Kimber Lou, whoever Jess. None of my research led to them. That's why it's hard for me to find those things credible, because guess what? Everybody's research would have led to these people. Just based on common sense and the facts that we was provided. That don't change. And we confuse opinions with facts. And the fact is, I got a video showing what time Monifa party ended, and people don't want to take that into consideration. Anything after 11:30 isn't true. You know, but I accept it because I'm not going to lose sleep.
Okay, one more question.
I feel you on that one.
I got one more question before I get up out of here. Planet of the Fakes. Okay, do you think this got to do with some kind of like embezzlement or scam, like insurance money?
Great question. Yeah, this is the greatest question of all time. I explained this to Straight Dropping them as well. I want y'all to realize that Teresa, she doesn't have any type of lawsuit for the death of her daughter. That is what she got is basically Chancery Court is for contracts, meaning that she had an agreement with Crown Plaza before this already happened. And based on that agreement, she want to change the stipulations in the contract. You understand? So a lot of people thinking her suing the hotel shows that she's not down with the hotel. That's absolutely incorrect. Let me let you know how the scams go, and it is embezzlement. And it's done with states too, but this is just the hotel and Teresa running a scam now. Teresa knows she's doing a psyop with the hotel. The hotel knows that she basically need to keep money just to keep it quiet with cousins and things like that, and move and all of that. So they know they had to give her the money. So you know they donate $20,000 here and there, but basically that ran out. They got to give her more money. This is how companies run scams. Say me and Tiff basically got some illegal money. We're about to wash the money or whatever the case may be. We got legal money. It don't matter. But she got to bless me. I don't have a company. I don't have nothing. But I'm like a private partner, but she got to pay me. The only legal way for her to pay me with us doing a scam is me suing her. Me and her would come up with a scam that I would sue her based on some agreement that we had that she's breaking. I would sue her based on me suing her. We would settle. But we would settle and keep it like with gag orders and all of that, just to make it look like we don't want our negotiations to be public. But the whole time, she's just trying to give me money legally. So the only way to give it to me legally is for me to sue her, me do a settlement, and then us putting a seal on it so the public can't get it. The state's not going to care about it because they're going to get court fees and shit like that. So that's how you basically embezzle money to the mother that's going on with the psyop. You basically get her to sue.
Okay, hold on, Planet of the Fakes. People are saying you dropping gems. Gotta say that. Thank you, A. Hamilton. Tiffany,
hey, y'all can help. Y'all could donate to me just like Tiff. Is paypal.me/Planet of the Fakes. But I'm glad I'm dropping Jews. I had these Jews for.
They're basically saying that I let everybody speak, even if you don't agree. Everybody can speak because it's not right. If you really know what you're saying, then you should be able to take somebody's opposite opinion.
Constructive criticism.
Yep. And
yes, Miss Ketta. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Miss Ketta.
Kita.
Oh, what up?
Oh, my bad.
What up, Queen?
It's okay.
I said like how you doing,
Kita? I'm good. How y'all doing? I've been itching to get on here all day.
All right, welcome, Queen.
All day.
What? I'm so sorry.
Oh man, I've been so itching to get to y'all. How y'all doing?
I'm good.
Now here's my thing. Okay, Planet of the Fakes. I fucks with you heavy. You know what I'm saying? I subscribe to you, Tiff. I fucks with you too. Y'all excuse my language, but
yeah, try to keep the cussing to a minimum.
We gonna keep.
All right.
PG, but I have. But before with some with up there, like it's like 1 minute live, she's like, I'm like, I teach on the fact of whether she dead.
All right.
And I've been watching you for what, about it's been about 6. I'm with you. I've been on your coattail. I've been watching you for a while.
All right, thank you.
So it's like I'm trying to figure out, like, is she dead or is she alive?
Hey, let me just ask you a quick question. Did you see the part on the ever seeing a picture of Kenneka or Kenneka's body? Did you remember when y'all seen her run out that room? Have you seen that video yet?
When she ran out the room?
Yeah.
At the kitchen, yeah.
I would call it.
And the police smiled behind her?
Yeah, I'll call that like a meeting area. I won't say it's the kitchen. All right, no problem. Somebody asked a good question. Now, we're not worried about the time because we know what the real time was. But let's say that was her seeing Kenneka's body and then running out in that lobby. We never seen Leonore come behind her. You understand? So that gives us an idea that it was 2 different times that took place. And based on that...
But...
You remember when she ran out that and Leonora was right behind her? When she got in that lobby, Leonora never came from behind her. Leonora never came from behind her.
Hold on, wait a minute.
And based on that...
Let me think, because I think I might have seen it on one video where she came out behind her.
Well, we never seen it on that original video when she came running out that lobby. We never seen it, nor did we, like, you know what I mean? Nobody got her doing that. But not only that, it's just other things don't add up. Like I told you, Kenneka hasn't made any Facebook or Snapchats since July. Why no one found that strange?
Well, you know, hey, some of us fall back from Facebook from time to time, but at the same time, you know, kids don't have Facebook.
That doesn't fit with Kenneka's personality to just fall back.
Yeah, it doesn't. But not only that, this is what I say. Don't y'all notice y'all give every benefit to the doubt just to prove that she's dead? That should raise a red flag. Because just like we say, the mother showed no sympathy. Y'all come in and say everybody don't grieve the same.
Well, yeah.
Just like I said, Jess, we all agreed that that's not the body on the gurney. And Jess flip-flopped and said the mother would play that off if it was witness protection. You see how y'all keep just giving the benefit of the doubt just to push the murder? For once, let's just stop giving the benefit of the doubt and call a gift horse in the mouth. You understand? And the point I'm making is she didn't remove any splits on the D videos, but she may have problem with a YouTube video or a post here and there. It just doesn't add up to me. You understand?
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
I'm not going to keep giving people the benefit of the doubt that's clearly lying to us. We can't keep doing that. We got to accept the fact that people asking our kids and our women to fight for a cause that they're not even fighting for. We got to side-eye them. It is what it is. You're not losing nothing by not helping the family do something that they're not even doing. So we just got to keep that into consideration. We, like I said, to straight dropping all of them. If we was really J for K, we wouldn't be changing the narrative of nothing. Wherever that mother stand, we stand with her. Whatever she doing, we gotta wait for her to do it. Cause guess what? Everybody thinking that Kenneka died on the 6th, you not supporting Teresa. Teresa not saying that. So she could look at you like you wilding for that. You understand? She got paid.
She lightweight said it in the receipt.
Yeah, but it don't matter with that receipt, because let me tell you, that receipt could have been planted by Bree from the guest to put in the car in order not to get a $200 ticket. They left it in the car. By the time she does her fake call of 911, we hear her talking about the ticket. We see Bree on the video as soon as they come, go back downstairs, look in her pocket like she's looking for paper, go around that corner, go to the whatever, and come back in. Is that not enough time to put a parking ticket in the car so you don't get a $200 fine like they was talking about? Yes or no? We all know they was talking about $200. They explained that was the parking. Why wouldn't Bree go put that in the car? The mother finds it, throws y'all off for having her think she died on the 6th. That's the point I'm making. You can't do that because the mother never clarified the 6th. So the fact she never brought the 6th back up, y'all got to disregard that. Because if you come with the 6th now, you're not supporting her. If you come with anybody killed her, you're not supporting her.
I've always been like, why wouldn't she keep investigating why she had a parking ticket for the 6th?
Exactly. But not only that, why wouldn't she push for the adults that provided liquor to her minor daughter? That's the #1 people you would lock up despite anybody based on the fact You the adult, you're supposed to make sure the liquor don't get in their hands, and if it do, you're supposed to make sure they don't wind up dead in the freezer.
I even heard people saying she had the ticket upside down. Maybe it said the night, but
she couldn't have, because she said the time said 1:36 p.m. That 3 would have been upside down. You see, you can't pull a wool over somebody's eyes that already got enough evidence to see that it's fake. They can't take none of that back.
True.
You know?
But at the same time, they could have charged some of them adults, like the security guard that knew that they was in there drinking.
Yeah,
everybody.
They had to charge them. They had to charge Ty Rowland and all of them. Even if they wasn't drinking, the fact that they were adults there letting minors drink makes you culpable.
Partying with kids.
Yeah, makes you culpable. So that's why I said we ignore too much to give them the benefit of the doubt on everything. We got to stop somewhere.
It kind of sounds like that Natalie Holloway, the girl from Alabama that went missing in, what was that, Bermuda or Dubai?
Yep.
It kind of sounds like a Natalie Holloway case, because they still don't have her body. Nobody's been charged with it, and she.
The dude, your Juan Vanderspool, he was paying for $10,000. I'll tell you where she's buried. All this other foolishness.
And he's in jail for a whole nother person's murder. It's just like her case.
And look. She was on his laptop trying to find out information. He came back to the hotel and killed her because I guess she was going to expose all that. I'll be back, y'all. Y'all take over.
Oh man, yeah, that Natalie Holloway case, and it kind of hit home because an hour away from me. I stay right around the corner from Birmingham, so I'm like, dang, they ain't found the girl. And then when they said something about Kanika, I thought about Natalie Holloway. Like, y'all can't keep letting these little girls go with their friends and die like that, and then nobody has no valuable or legitimate reason or excuse for these girls to come up missing. That's what I don't understand. That is my point. And Predator Fakes, I get what you're saying. Maybe I just like to be debated.
I just know American women.
You be hollering a lot.
But I just know American women well enough to know what we would do and what we wouldn't do. And certain things, Americans just not doing. And we not playing with death. You know what I mean? We wouldn't play with death because we still got to live here with our family. But as you can see, foreigners could come here and play with death. We'll never see them again. They'll be in their country. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why people just got to open up their minds and think about it. If we all got on a treasure hunt, Kanika hunt, thinking that she wasn't dead, we probably would have found her in these other countries by now. You understand? Because we would have had them looking for her instead of thinking she was dead, walking right by them to the grocery store with shades on. That's all.
Because they don't believe in extradition, because it takes them forever to extradite somebody back to America.
She's doing this with permission. Nah, it has nothing to do with extradition. The reason I was saying is if we was looking for Kanika, it wouldn't be nowhere in the world she could hide. But as long as people not looking for her, believing she's dead, she could be right next to you. You understand? And this is why people always looking for her in videos and stuff like that, due to the fact that they know multiple girls played her. And just like Tiffany believed that was Kanika when Monifa dropped that little video in February walking in that party with that girl they said was her cousin. Why nobody knows Monifa's cousin name? Y'all know everybody else's cousin name, but y'all don't know Monifa's cousin name that looked like Kanika? I'm not buying it.
So here's my next question then. Do you think that these girls really are who they say they are?
No, I don't believe they are who they say they are. And that's another good question. The reason I don't believe none of them are who they say they are, because if you do your research on all their names, none of their names are original. You understand? The only original name you'll get is a Kanika Jenkins. But we got people saying, why is her name Jenkins? And everybody else's name is Martin or Harris. But besides that, Teresa Martin, there's a real Teresa Martin. There's a real Leonore Harris. There's a real James Coleman. There's a real, it's more people. It's more people than that. It's a real...
So I'm
not going to take the Zari Walls, but if you start doing the research in these people's names, you're going to start seeing other people's names. And the reason that they got other people's names is that's how you give people fake IDs, by using
Right.
people's dead names. And we all know
Dead
Leonore
people.
Harris was an actress. Teresa Martin is a DUI driving instructor in Florida where J Money Bree was from, and so on and so on. We know Monifa Shelton is like some type of. If y'all look up Monifa Shelton, you're gonna see websites telling us who she was, created in September. You're not gonna really get nothing substantial like that. And her mother name is Susie Thomas. Why these mothers got different names of all their kids? None of the mothers got the same names as the kids.
Well, guess what?
None of them married.
I bet you I got gas.
I hope that was healthy gas. I'm gonna stay on you for that, because at the end of the day, you could be a role model for a lot, dealing with your situations, the ups, the downs, you know. So I'm gonna always push that. For real though, you think it's
But
views in Kanika? You think it's views in Kanika? Get that straight with natural cures. You'll be super viral. You understand? That's the key. And there's people out there already doing it.
yeah, that is very
But that's
true.
all the
That is.
point I was saying. I wasn't coming on here to rag and tag nobody, but if we could all be a little better from whatever, I'm willing to accept that. Like, I'm a little better now. I apologized to Straight Drop. Tried to go on his panel to squash it, show him the video of him calling me a cop. I admitted to starting the strike thing, because if you really look at it, I really did start it. But at the same time, I lost 11,000 subscribers when he was under 1,000 on his channel he had for years and years. So me losing 11,000 when he got 800 is similar to him losing 30,000 when I got 3,000. I call it even.
Oh
That's
man,
why
y'all
I'm
see
not.
now,
I'm
now
not salty.
that's my next. Dude,
Yeah,
you
I'm not
trying to kill
salty.
yourself? This man is trying
Because
to
he
walk in the
told me
middle
if
of the
it's
road.
really true, they all come back. He's the same one that said it don't matter. If your content is true, they'll all come back. So I don't know why he's salty at losing 30,000 subs. I wasn't salty at 11,000. I went to war,
Well,
and look, I'm on 26 channels.
well, see, here's the thing though. Here's my next thing. Here's my next thing. I'm gonna break down to y'all like this. I done seen a lot, and I just started dealing with this YouTube stuff for real, like right around the time of Kanika. And I done seen a lot of YouTubers, like people that barely know each other, like be at it, like
I
at
never called
each
the
other's
police on
head.
anybody. I never accused anybody of being a murderer. Look at the YouTubers that have. You got
Yeah,
YouTubers
and
right
like
now calling themselves street,
everybody
and
is,
they gave the police USB hard drive, USB zip drives, and hard drives. You got people actually
yeah,
in police station running with fake narratives. Planet of the Fakes ain't do none of that to be the king of Kanika. I didn't have to interview people at the parties to come up with all these conclusions. See, knowing
right.
that they all playing a part of it, they're no good to
Mhm.
me. They're no good to me. So I'm not gonna
Right.
interview them. They're no good to me because they all playing a
Right.
part in it. So now we
Right.
just step back, look at all of them, and see why the part is getting played. Don't you notice that TT's the spokesman? Besides that, they playing Milli Vanilli with songs in the background. It's because they not only can they not really speak, but they're not allowed to speak because they'll blow the sigh out. They can't speak like Brianna Cotton. They can't speak like Azaria. That's why they brought
The
those people
people
in.
that
They
were
can't
there.
speak like Kenny. So they brought these extras in. You know what I mean? That's why we got to take
Right.
into consideration what's being done, how it's being done, and stuff like that. And that's why they doing fake fights now,
Right.
because they want us to get the perception that they in Chirac and anybody can run up on them, when we know that's not the case. That
No, it's
Shamaya
really not.
fight
I mean,
is fake.
because I know folks from Chicago, and they're not gonna let you run up on them like that easy.
But not only that, you gotta realize, why now? They should have been running up on them since September 10th of 11. Don't you know
Right.
Zach did an interview and said that Irene got chased with pit bulls and that basically she couldn't come outside and all that. He said that in the interview. It wasn't true.
Yeah, yeah,
But
that
it
is
all
true.
sells it to us because he's the Bilderberg man. He's the one
Yeah,
who said organ trafficking, Bilderberg, and Illuminati. And based on
yeah,
that, we're never going to get down to the bottom of it because he stuck the tinfoil you hat guys right in the middle of the Kanika stuff.
yeah, yeah,
Right in the
that is
middle. And that's
true.
why we got people like Chosen talking about Teresa sacrificed her in satanic
Yeah,
rituals. And then turn around and say it was Antonio. Then turn around and say it was the Fowler twins. Then turn around and say somebody made it up out of a dream.
Yeah, and it was just too much, and that was the thing about that channel. I couldn't.
Yeah, but if
I'm
we
sorry,
gotta
I
look
couldn't.
like this, if
It was
all of
flip
us is doing our
floppy.
research and none of us came up to that, 9 times out of 10 is nothing but a lie they trying to own. So once
Yeah.
he said that she died on the 6th, anybody that come out their mouth and say she died on the 6th, he already know they got that lie from him and the Teresa ticket. So he owns whatever they say, and
Right.
he's not gonna respect you for that.
Right. But at the same time, we're not gonna get the truth until the people that was at the party start speaking out.
No,
So
we got the truth based on what we seen already. We already know multiple girls are playing Kanika. The mother didn't admit to that. She's down with the hotel. Only the hotel, the police, and the friends would cover that up. Why y'all won't accept that? Why y'all won't accept those are different girls in that hotel to push the mainstream narrative that y'all are victims and
I'm
y'all
on the
been
phone.
killed? Y'all have no proof that's Kanika though.
We none of us have any proof that anything actually happened.
We
We
have
don't
proof
have
that
proof
that's
whether
not
it's
Kanika
her
based
or
on
it's not
this.
her.
We got proof on that that's not Kanika based on the fact that we didn't see her face entering that hotel. They took a dark path when everybody else took a light path. Why y'all won't accept the fact that 19-year-old girls that spend all their time on selfies and in mirrors are not going to take a dark interest in a place that they're cute for? That's the problem I have with us. We cannot sit there and ignore all these things that they gave to us and then turn around talk about y'all need the same people running a psyop on y'all. That's how y'all gonna go in FEMA camps. Cause the same news that's tricking you in the FEMA camp, you gonna wait for them to tell you that, oh, we tricking y'all. Y'all really ain't supposed to be going in a FEMA camp. Don't you know that it took them 30 to 40 years to admit that they killed Martin Luther King right after the killer died and just paid the family? So you mean to tell me you gonna trust that same news? I give that to
Well,
y'all.
I'm not finna go no
No,
FEMA
but I'm
camp,
not
huh?
saying that. But I'm just saying based on believing she's dead. You only could believe she's dead based on the news.
Thank you very
We
much.
can't believe she's dead based on the mother because the mother lied. We can't believe she's dead based on the friends because the friends lied. So the only thing left is the basic news and the police. We can't believe none of that because if y'all did, y'all would chalk it up as an accident. So that's why I say we can't do that as a people. If they lied
Yeah,
to
we
us
need
for
some
any
real
reason, it's
receipts.
over. If they lied to us
We
for
need
any
some
reason,
real
it's over.
receipts.
Well, I mean, we can chalk it up as an accident if they'll let us take it as an
We
accident, but
can't
they
chalk it
won't.
up because we already agreed that bodies don't defrost in 4 hours. So the fact that you gonna ignore that you never seen Kanika Fakes in the hotel, you seeing different girls in the elevator, seeing a different girl in the freezer and in the gurney, you still gonna muster all that benefit of the doubt, give it to them, and say basically somebody died. Knowing it takes more than 7 hours to thaw out a turkey. But Kanika was frozen solid and was conveniently thawed out in 4 hours so the mother could identify her. Come on, I'm just not buying it, and I can't waste my time on people like that. That's like teaching people how to tie their shoe. They refuse to tie it, they're tripping, but they're not taking the trip as evidence that they need their shoe tied. I can't do it, and that's the
Can we
problem I
face the
have.
fact? Okay, so here's my thing. Can we come to the conclusion? Can we agree to disagree that somebody actually died that night though?
Yeah, we're gonna have to agree to disagree based on the fact that bodies don't thaw out in 4 hours, and they not gonna rush showing Mama T the body, treating her as bad as she acting. So the fact that y'all gonna let a body defrost long quicker than a turkey, it already shows me that y'all not dealing with reality.